So in a previous video, I talked about some of the 5 pillars of resiliency that the Army has. And we're going to take some time and just look at one of those pillars right now. And that first pillar we're going to look at is the family pillar. And so one of the things that can just dramatically help to improve our balance is the strength of our family unit. And I tell you, families are under so much strain today, and military families especially. So in addition to all of the strain that most American families are going to be dealing with, military families have to deal with the reality of frequent moves, known as a PCS. You also have to deal with the reality of a TDY, where you have to go for a couple weeks for a training and then come back, and you've got all kinds of reintegration issues with that. But then you also have the reality of a deployment. And sometimes young people may wonder if their mom or dad is even going to come back from a deployment, especially if they're going into a very, very dangerous area. And then even if they do come back, are they going to be the same? Because the reality of PTSD is real, and it doesn't affect just the individual, it affects the whole family unit. And so the question we need to ask then is, what small change or changes can we make? Tony Robbins calls it a 2-millimeter shift. What 2-millimeter shift do we need to make prior to that deployment or that PCS or a TDY that would help strengthen that family unit? And so I just want to offer a couple suggestions, and these are so simple that you can begin applying them even today. And so I want us to consider for a second the power of our words. Think about this. Our words can be used to either build people up or tear people down. And so many times it is so tempting, it's so easy to use our words to tear people down, to use sarcasm, to build yourself up by tearing other people down. And this is not healthy. It's not going to build into your resiliency factor. And so when it comes to the family, here's something that I would challenge you to do. I would say this: learn to say please and thank you. I know it's just 3 really simple words, but those 3 simple words can make a huge difference. It's that 2-millimeter shift that would make all the difference in the world. Imagine how grateful your parents would feel if you were to say please, if you were to say thank you. I mean, it's a small thing, but it can make a huge difference. A second thing is this, is that make it a daily practice, right? This might be a little bit more of a challenge, but make it a daily practice to say something nice to a parent or to say something nice to a sibling. Instead of trying to be looking for things that are critical in nature, look for some things that are helpful to them. It might be something as simple as, hey, I like your hair today. It looks really good. Or it might be, I like your shoes. Or it might be, thank you so much for taking the time to listen to how my day went. Wow, that would make such a huge difference. And it would be a small thing that you could do to build your family's resiliency. And the third thing I would suggest to you is this. I would suggest that you look with eyes to see, all right? So young people, like when your mom or dad is preparing to go, it is crazy, and there's all kinds of stuff that may be going on in your world. And so I would challenge you to look with eyes to see, is there a load of laundry that needs to be folded? Or maybe a load of laundry that needs to go through the washer? Maybe that's something small that you could do to help out. Or maybe it's unloading the dishwasher or loading the dishwasher. Maybe it's vacuuming the house or helping to pick up your younger brother and sister's toys that are scattered all over the house. Imagine what that would do for your mom. Imagine how that might lower her anxiety just a little bit. So those are just a couple simple suggestions that you could do that would help to strengthen your family's pillar. It's not everything that you could do, it's not exhaustive, but hopefully just by giving you a couple practical suggestions, it might help to strengthen your family's family pillar and make you more resilient when those tough times do come. All right, I hope you found this helpful. If you have, please like, share, comment.